Merhabalar, hepinize hayırlı akşamlar. Milli Eğitim Bakanlığı'nın düzenlemiş olduğu Ortak Okul projesi kapsamında iki okuldaki İngilizce öğretmenlerimiz Hilal Hanım, Özlem Hanım düzenlemiş oldukları ve öğrencilerimizin konuşmacı olarak katılacakları programa öncelikle hem misafir okulumuza hem kendi okulumuzdaki öğrencilerimize hepinize hoş geldiniz diyorum. Bizim daha önce Rize Sosyal Bilimler Lisesi olarak tabii bu ekranlara alışığız. Yaklaşık 57. programımızı geçen akşam yaptık yazar buluşmalarında. İngilizce olarak ilk defa olacak. Bu da inşallah bir başlangıç olacak. Hem öğrencilerimizin tanışması hem böyle bir tanışma toplantısı gibi olur. Hem de etkinliklere start vermek adına güzel bir uygulama. Emeği geçen başta öğretmenlerim, Hilal Hanım, Özlem Hanım ve birbirinden kıymetli öğrencilerimiz, hepinize çok teşekkür ediyorum. Ben okul müdürümüz Meryem Hanım şu an bir programda, onun da sizlere selamını iletiyorum. Ve hepinize kolay gelsin diyorum. Hayırlı akşamlar diliyorum.
Okay, thank you. And from now on, I think we can go on in English. Good evening, everyone. I am Özlem VATANDAŞLAR, the teacher of ELT in Rize Social Science High School. And this is our first meeting with Ankara Sabahattin Zaim Social Science High School. And it's dear students and lovely teachers. And I hope it will be a nice activity and it will be pleasure for us to study in this speaking club. And now it's time for Doğa. Doğa is our moderator. And Doğa, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thanks Dan. Hi, I'm Doğa. I will be your moderator today. Actually, if there's a chance, I would like to know everyone a little, maybe with their names, and it will be great. Any volunteer, or do I have to choose someone?
I can start.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Damla Nurkayma, and I'm from Sabahattin Zaim Social Science High School. And I think this is it.
Okay, thank you. Any volunteer?
I can continue if you want. Firstly, welcome to our school program. I am Elif Fağlı and I'm 10th grade. I'm so glad to be here. I hope the program will be so great. Thank you.
I think I can go on. Hello, my name is Siniha. I'm studying in Sabahattin Zaim Social Science High School. And nice to meet you all. That's it.
I can go on. I'm Öykü. I'm a 10th grade student at Rize Social Science High School. Nice to meet you. That's all.
Can I go on?
Okay.
Thank you. My name is Nisa Taman. I'm 16 years old. As you can guess, I love speaking in English. And I hope we all are having a great night tonight. Thank you for listening to me. Pleasure to meet you. Let's have a great night together.
Anyone I need to know about? As a moderator, I really want to know all of you guys.
I can go on. My name is Nehir Bayraktar. I'm a 10th grade student in Rize Social Science High School. Nice to meet you.
I can go. Hi everyone, I'm Mihriban. I'm from Rize Social Science High School. I actually really feel excited, but it's a real pleasure to see here. That's all. Thank you.
Anyone from Ankara that I really want to know about you guys as our friend school, I can say. I wonder about you guys.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I think my friends are a little bit shy now, so I want to talk about myself. My name is Hilal SOLMAZ. I'm the English teacher in Sabahattin Zaim Social High School in Ankara. Nice to meet you all, guys. And I'm happy to be here and to listen to your ideas about our topic in Speaking Club, of course. I wish you all good luck and I trust all of you. Okay, if you want, let's can start. But where are my lovely students? It's your turn, guys. Elif, Arda, where are you?
Here. I'm here. Okay, I can go. I'm Elif Perçin. I'm studying Sabahattin Zaim Social Science High School. And nice to meet you all.
Yeah, and my name is Arda. I'm from Ankara Sabahattin Zaim Social Sciences High School, and it's a pleasure to meet with you all.
Nice to meet you, Arda. Anyone else?
I can go on. My name is Amine Nurzenit. I'm from Sabahattin Zaim Social Science High School in Ankara. I hope it will be a fun night.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aishan. I'm studying at Rize Social Science High School. Nice to meet you all.
And I want to say hi to everyone. My name is Meryem. I work as an English teacher at Sabahattin Zaim Social Sciences High School. I wish everyone a good meeting. By the way, last year I was in Rize. I was working there as an English teacher. So that's all. A nice evening.
Nice to meet you. Is there anyone else? I think that's it, right? Okay, yeah. Then we can start. Okay. Hi to everyone again. Today we will talk about the harms of technology. Actually, we all know the negative effects of technology, of course, although like this subject has been discussed a lot before. But the aim here is to create a good discussion environment rather than the subject. I think you can get it. I hope we will have a lovely time with you guys. So, okay, let's start, shall we? We can start with Elif. Are you ready, Elif?
Yeah,
Me?
I'm ready.
Okay.
No.
Oh, the other one.
First of all, hello again, I am Elif. Today I'm going to talk about some negative effects of social media on society. As you all know, nowadays, internet is an irreplaceable part of our lives. And we can literally move without it when we want to do anything. And this sounds a bit dangerous, doesn't it? Although it makes our lives easier, it can make it worse as well. And we can see some of its effects on our social lives clearly, I think. For instance, many of the people who are mostly at young age have some lack of self-confidence because of the beauty standards of on social media. The platforms show us lots of beautiful things, and we feel like we have to be one of them. This is so annoying, and it's one of the proofs that media affects people in bad way. Furthermore, these people may be bullied by the others because of their different ideas and appearances. And no one wants to be isolated from the other teenagers. That's the truth. That's why we have difficulty in creating a unique character for ourselves. In addition to this, with Dr. Dan Herman's research, a new notion named FOMO, that means fear of missing out, has joined our life. Fear of missing out is a kind of fear of falling behind. The person who has FOMO always wants to be heard about the new invitations, events, informations, or life decisions that could make one's life better. And people see some influencers that have more comfortable lives and more opportunities than the others. and it causes some negative psychological and behavioral symptoms in person. This is so tiring, I think. All of these fears also affects the person's health. Some mental problems like depression, anxiety can be shown on the person. And yes, unfortunately, the amount of these kinds of illness has increased in these years, thanks to social media. This is what social media does to us. Knowing how to use internet is really significant in this situation. It may turn our communications with our friends into such a disaster situation. One comment that you write under your friend's post can be misunderstood and you're gonna have to explain it again and again. This is so annoying. And I think face-to-face communication is better and I prefer it generally. Both our families and our teachers are trying to stop our social media addiction. And we have learned lots of methods to do this. But the truth of the matter, if we don't have self-control, none of them will be useful. Persons should make their own decisions and they shouldn't let the strangers on social media ruin their days. It's not fair at all. This is a big problem for the whole world, and we can't let our teenagers lose their self-control and self-confidence. We can handle it together. Thank you for listening to me. My speech is over.
Thanks a lot for your answer, Elif. It was great.
You're welcome.
So we can continue with Nehir. Are you ready, Nehir?
Yes, thank you. I'm going to talk about cyberbullying, which is one of the most cruel sides of social media. So cyberbullying is simply bullying with the use of digital technologies. It can take place on social media, messaging platforms, gaming platforms, or in our mobile phones. And it is repeated behavior aiming at scaring, shaming, or angering those who are targeted. Cyberbullying can be like spreading lies about someone on social media, posting embarrassing videos or images of someone on social media, or sending abusive, hurtful, threatening messages to someone through messaging platforms. And it can be impersonating someone and send mean messages to others on their behalf, or through fake accounts. And one of the most scaring things about cyberbullying is that it's so common, and even every person is cyberbullied once in their lives. And I think the reason why it's so common is that when we are online, it's so easy for us to criticize or judge people from behind the screen or behind the key. And when we're not in face-to-face communication, we just forget that it's a real person in front of us. We just forget the fact that it's a real person with emotions that can be hurt by our words. And we really think twice before we comment anything on social media. And when bullying happens online, it can feel as if you're being attacked in everywhere, even in your own house. And the victim of cyberbullying can feel like there's no escape, and the effects can last a long time. And cyberbullying can affect the people in many different ways. And it can make you feel upset, lonely, depressed, or it can make you lose interest in the things you love, or it can affect you physically. Like it can make you feel tired, it can make you experience insomnia, and it can make you experience symptoms like stomachache and headaches. And cyberbullying can even drive a person to commit suicide. So it's an extremely serious issue that needs to stop. And to cope with the damage that comes from cyberbullying it's so hard for every teenage. So I just hope that my speech made you feel something and made you think. Thank you for listening to me.
It made, Nehir. Thank you. Are there any volunteers? Damlanur, I think you look so like you want to you want to say something.
I don't know what to say because I'm a little nervous and I can make mistakes while I'm talking. So
That's all right. We are all like students here and just chatting. So it's not a problem. You can be relaxed.
yeah. Okay, I'm starting. Actually, I agree with other students, but I'm gonna say my words so it can be a little different. I think one of the worst effect is bullying too. I have experienced this, so I know how they do this and how they feel about this. I think you should block the accounts or that message you. They are so dangerous to talk. They can be very dangerous people in normal life, in daily life. And if you let them and trust them, they can steal your money or account. So it's very dangerous. I want to touch a topic that's harassment. Second effect is, I think, harassment. These days, there is a lot of dirty mind people in daily life, and they are in social media too. So it can be very dangerous because they are really dirty-minded people. And it can even go to a trauma for us. And you can get traumatized or etc. And this is it, I think. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Damlanur. Is there any volunteer? Do I have to choose like? Okay.
I can volunteer.
Okay, please.
So first of all, hello again to everyone attending here, and nice to meet you all. My name is Sineha, and today I'm going to talk about negative effects of social media. So as you know, a lot of people are using social media at the moment and like all around the world. And I think that's the thing that makes it a dangerous place, you know, because also there are good people in it, also there are bad people in it too. So we must be careful about it. So first, actually, I would like to talk about some psychological effects of social media. As you said, guys, depression and anxiety. These three topics are really important because like, I don't remember her name. Yeah, I think it was Elif. As Elif said, there are some beauty standards in social media. Because social media is trying to show us, you know, always the perfection, the perfect body, the perfect face, you know, perfect skin. Everyone is perfect and they are always like productive. And when people see them, they think that, oh, they need to be like them, they need to look like them. And what they can do about this, they're trying to be like them. And when they can't be like them, actually, they feel sad. They feel like, I'm ugly then. Like people don't accept me like this, and they feel under pressure actually. And I think it's a really big problem, and it comes with anxiety and depression, of course. Another thing that I can talk is, as everyone talked actually, cyberbullying. That's really important topic. That's why like all of you guys talked actually. Cyberbullying, it happens to everyone, of course, but I would like to talk about some like famous people, you know, celebrities, because the social media accounts are open to everyone, and they have lots of followers, as you know, and they can access their informations if they want. They can look their posts, you know, and some bad people write some bad comments to their posts, to their videos. And like even they try to ignore them, you know, after a point you can't really ignore. And when they see that, they feel really sad about them because they have like bad comments. Like they feel before they want to post something after that, you know, after those comments, they feel, maybe I shouldn't post this. They will write those comments again. Like for instance, I like to talk about a person. Actually, I was watching a TV show, and there was a girl that she was wearing in that TV show, like they were wearing their own clothes actually, and in that TV show she was wearing some like famous brands clothes, you know, like Gucci and Chanel and those things. And after she was actually famous, quite famous, but after that TV show, of course, she became more famous in the social media, and people began to bully her with her clothes. They said they are fake, they're wearing all fake clothes, you know, and she couldn't actually stand, and she deleted all her photos and videos from her Instagram and also from her YouTube account. And you know, she posted a video of herself that she was saying that she was so sorry about those fake clothes, you know, all these things, but like she doesn't have to do it, but she couldn't stand. That made her sad, that she felt, you know, anxious about those comments, and yeah, she couldn't like go on like this. It's just an example maybe, but it happens to lots of celebrities, I can say. And like other thing that I can say, it might be like time. I think time is really important in our lives, as you know, because we can just go back in time, we can just go to future, as you know, and it's really important because it always goes. And we have lots of responsibilities in our lives, and like we have to do them. But I think we spend too much time in social media, so we don't have enough time to, you know, do our responsibilities in our lives. It affects our lives badly. We don't have enough time. And like even just we say like, oh, I'm going to just spend, you know, like just 5 minutes maybe. We just spend like, oh, I spent like hours, like how it happened, like you asking this to yourself. I think it's a really big problem. And it also comes with, you know, sleep problems. Because if you use if you use your phone before you sleep, maybe you're going to check your, you know, accounts, and you just spend too much time again, and you maybe sleep late, and you can't just wake up early, and you just, because of you spent too much time, your, you know, eyes feel tired, and it affects your body, and you, like actually sleep pattern just becomes unhealthy. It's really bad. So I think we need to like stop using social media and that too much, and because it affects our body, of course, and our physical and mental health too much. Yeah, I think social media is a dangerous place. As I said, not a bit, actually, it's a dangerous place. Yeah, it has also positive effects too. But like, for example, it actually retails some like wrong news really fast. As you know, like even they're not true, when people see it, they believe it because yeah, that happened like that. And that person, maybe that celebrity or the other person, tries to explain everything, like again her or his emotions feel so bad, you know, breakdowns and other things. It happens to everyone. So while we are using social media, we always need to be careful about everything, because it's a dangerous place. It has also good, you know, things about like communication and looking for something. We need to use when we need them. We need to use them, I think, less. I'm not saying just we need to always use them because of when we need, and like, yeah, of course, you can use them in your free time too, but less, not too much, I think. Yeah, I think that's all I can say about these things. Thank you Thanks so much for listening to me, guys. It's a pleasure to meet you again.
Thanks a lot, Celia. Actually, we can say that it affects our body and our like soul. I'm so agree with that. And actually, when I just, oh, there's a message, let me check, then just you just lost in it. I can understand, and it is the problem actually. Thanks a lot. So, is there any volunteer? Okay, Mirva.
I'm totally agree with you, Siniha. I was about to talk about it already. just I want to say add something. As we know, the social media may harm our self-esteem. Everything we see in social media is just seems great. No one posts about something in their life bad side, and it makes most of people think that everyone has an external life or great life except me. And especially the teenager, as we see perfection in social media, like luxury places, always smiling faces, good-looking persons, we judge ourselves and feel imposed of the perfect. Of course, there is people who are away, but most is not. Same for the young. On the other hand, less likes increase our desire to be afraid of. Sometimes people post something and wait for likes. If likes don't come or be below expectation, they can feel like nobody loves me, but I didn't like my post. Unfortunately, it's psychologically true. And as I said before, we just get used to see perfection in social media and don't know how, but we have capacity of don't believe how we believe instead of believe what we see or hear. The worst one is we never query what we see or hear, so perfection in social media makes people expectations high. And with this, it causes to let people leave and wants to be have someone else leaves or want to be like someone who have perfection. And it's important this sentence. After see all these things, people turn and look at themselves, but all they can see will be just I'm drowning this life sea boy wanting to be perfect, why I'm not good at it. I believe people say this in future or regrets because of social media's bad effects. That's it. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Mihriban, for your answer. Okay, so actually, Arda, I'd like to listen to you because I don't know if you guys have the same problem as a social sciences high school to social sciences high school. We don't have boys in our school. So I can say problem. So when I saw you in there, like, oh, there's a boy. So like, would you like to speak?
Yeah, I can. And there's the same problem in our school. There are no boys. There are like 5 boys in our class, and it's really less. Yeah. I'm kind of excited right now. Yeah. Firstly, I'm greeting you, all of you again, all of my friends and my teachers. Today's topic is the negative effects of social media and technology. As you know, there are lots of advantages of social media, like communication and making new friends, but the disadvantages of social media started to risk our lives. For example, the distractions. The social media distracts us from our daily goals, life goals. Achieving goals takes hard work, but we can easily distracted from short videos, especially in TikTok or Instagram, you know. Even sometimes it distracts us from our daily work, like sleeping, doing homework, or taking a shower, and etc. Especially the main reason of insomnia is social media. So we think like social media is more important than our sleep and health, and I think it's the biggest disadvantage of the social media. The other negative effect of social media is unrealistic comparison between people. When we see the other people's life on media, generally they're showing the positive side of their life, as my friend said, but that's the only side that we see, and they are just fake. And how to say, as a result of this, we compare our simple lives to their unrealistic images. So it's really unhealthy to our, how to say that, it's really unhealthy to our I don't know the word, what can I say, but I think you understand. The third disadvantages may not seen as an important issue, but I think it's the most important one. Data privacy vulnerabilities. The social media websites save our personal data. That's how they improve our feed. On TikTok, Pinterest, and Instagram, we see only the posts that related to us. They do this with data collection, but there's a big issue right over there. They're selling our data, and we became a source of money to them. In fact, we may lose our passwords because of the scammers on internet and unconscious usage of social media, because sometimes we can give our passwords to our friends or, I don't know, maybe relatives. So there are lots of risks of that. Even some people have lost their bank passwords because of the unconscious usage of social media. So there are lots of advantages of social media and technology, but we must be conscious about that. Yeah, that's it, I think. Thank you.
Thank you, Arda. Nisa, maybe we can continue with you.
I'm the chosen one. I'm the lucky one. Okay, all right, I get it. I'm the lucky one. Okay, before we start, I want to say I'm sorry, just in case I don't have a written script in front of me. So I'll be making some mistakes, but I mean, we are all like 16 years old. That's okay. We just have a long life in front of us.
Actually, it's better. Like, it's more friendly, and I don't know.
Yeah, we don't need to be nervous, right? Okay, of course, social media has a lot of negative effects, but specifically, I want to talk about addiction, which is something I am suffering from, and I'm sure some of you guys are suffering also from it. The thing is, even if you don't have a severe addiction about it, I think we all have that one little thing inside us that I mean, steals our time. Because, you know, even if it's like just a one notification, we cannot just stop looking at it. And I think by the time it really becomes an addiction, because I think like the real meaning of addiction is something that, okay, I have this right now, and then time passes and you feel like, okay, I need to have more than this because I need to feel more satisfied than last time. And that is what we call addiction. So I think the real problem in here is that, like, modern world, nowadays world, I think we just can't get enough of anything. But I don't think it's our fault though. I mean, people are always acting like, and I'm so mad about it, people are always acting like, oh, these teenagers, they don't feel satisfied about anything. But I'm sorry, but you made this world, we were born into this, and actually it's your fault. Because I mean, I was born into this world, I was born in like 2006, and internet was a really big thing back then. People were communicating around themselves, and I think that's not our fault. This is the world we're living in, and we need to adapt it. We need to evolve it. So I think we don't need to blame ourselves, but still we need to work that on. I mean, we cannot just throw it away and say, oh, it's normal, it's an addiction, I have that, everyone has that, it's okay now. Bless you, Donnie. And then and then I think just with addiction, there comes lots of problem. And one of them is actually sleep deprivation. I think sleep is like the center of every psychological problem, because like whenever you look into like a mental disease or just a mental state, there's, you know, little tests going on internet, like, do you have anxiety? Like, answer these questions and you'll find out. And there's always a question about sleep. So sleep is really important, even for our like daily life. Not even you don't need to think about it that deeply. Even in our like private lives, in our social life, it's really important deal. And sleep is really important, that every creature sleeps. I mean, this really like blew my mind when I first found out about it. I mean, like, scientists, they have been trying to find like a species that cannot sleep, but they all sleep actually, and this really amazed me. And I think as humankind, we have evolved this like intelligent state of mind. And I think now it is a time that we can, we can find anything, we can use anything, and that's why we cannot have enough. But with, I think this like the spending things, just think about it. We buy a cloth every week and then we throw it away because now it's not time for that. Now, like I'm wearing blue, but in 5 years, blue will be the most boring thing and no one will wear it. And where's this clothing going? Have you ever thought about it? I think addiction is really something like that because we can never get enough. And about sleep, they're actually in a context. We should think them together because, like I said, if an addiction really starts to affect your life, then you just lose control of it. And I think we are the ones who can change it because actually we are the first generation who have to come across with those problems. And I think we're the hope for the next generation, for our childs, for our grandchilds. And last of all, I want to say that I think sometimes we just become so obsessed with the way we look, with the way we talk, with the way we behave, that we sometimes really forget that we actually live on a floating rock, on an eternal dark. I hope you guys all remember this next time you feel anxious about something. Just remember me. I'm saying to you, we're living on a floating rock. Don't worry about anything else. I think that's all right. Thank you for listening to me.
Thanks a lot for your metaphors and everything. It was such a great opinion of yours. Yeah, it's problem for us, how we look, how we act. Always think about it, and I'm so agree with that. The biggest reason is social media. So yeah, we are the next generation, I can say. Yeah. Any volunteers? I need you guys, it's more,
I can go on.
Yeah, okay, please.
I think parents should be more responsible about social media because there are a lot of dirty-minded people in social media, and kids can get bullied or worse, like harassment. And parents have to put a limit to their children, and the authorities have to do something about these people. You can get harassed too easily, like some people sending you friend requests and their profile photos are full of dirty pictures, and they're sending photos to us without our permission. And the other point I want to touch is the beauty standards. These standards are so much high, and it affects even the little girls. Like 11, 12-year-old girls are thinking they're ugly and they're trying to look pretty. They're trying to put makeup on for other people's opinions. When they don't fit in the standards, they feel worthless. It's a terrible thing for their life. They're thinking of suicide, they get eating problems, or they can get depression. That's why they have to get therapies. Starting with that age, people are getting bullied for being fat or skinny or having acne. It's a human thing, but some people just don't accept it. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Amine. Amine, right? Did I say it right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, we sometimes forget we are human. I totally agree with that. Okay, we can continue with you.
Thank you. I'm agree to Amine. I want to talk about the negative effects social media to our physical appearances. What is beauty? Or what can a person do for the sake of being beautiful? Although these two questions are rare in the beginning of social media use, they have survived to the nowadays. It's a question that has been common for the last 10 years and plays with both physical and mental health of many people. Let's look to the title, smooth skin caused many young people to irritate their face. Skin layers thinned. There are people who have had dozens of aesthetic operation for a face with the golden retriever and always want more. Aesthetic operations become a source of income for some countries and revive the tourism. This is the most important, a tiny body. The person maybe wants to lose weight for health. Especially young people can't be overcome to the weight loss. They just go on a unhealthy diets to be one size tinier, and sometimes they don't eat at all. What about our mood? We get comments like ugly, fat, skinny through the social media without knowing people. This is why the younger people, younger generation doesn't want to not taste to the public arena. Now let's come to the first question. What is beauty? It is the feel good, I think. How does she or he like? Let's put an end to this question. Let's say I like it and I will do it. If you are confident, that's self-love. You will be the shining star always. That's all. Thank you, Doğa.
Thank you, Öykü. Sorry for my voice. I'm a little bit sick. Elif Perçin, we can continue with you.
Yes, of course. Hi everyone again. Sorry about that. And let's start. Social media and the internet can be an addiction, and the internet disrupts sleep layout. Let's give an example by myself. For example, I watch Netflix and one more episode. When I say one more episode, it is midnight. And so the internet and social media make sleep problem for me, and in my opinion, for a lot of people. And it can cause depression. Anything we see and do on the internet, like videos, photos, application, and video games, can drag us into deep darkness. When people inside depression, the internet using is rising, and at the same time, some of the things we see and do on the internet can cause us to compare ourselves and our lives. As a result, another negative effects of internet is the disgrace in self-respect, and such as people's perfect lives, their perfect photos, videos, and their perfect picture of meal, etc. cause it. And it is just some reason, I think. And the internet makes you gain weight. We eat continually while we are watching something or surfing on that. And for instance, we eat things, snacks, chips, biscuits and drinking beverages such as cola, and while spending the time on the internet, and this condemns us to an unhealthy life, and anxiety increases with diets and exercise. Likewise, obesity is on the rise, and it's all for my talk. But it's just some problem. And please don't forget to away your phone. Thanks, best regards. See you again.
Thanks, Elif. See you. And Mohammed.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, now I'll start it. I think social media is such a good thing. We can share sometimes we like the moment, or we can find new interest that we like to do. But it could be dangerous if used wrongly. For example, I think we spend too much time on it. We just go on it, and the time just passes so fastly. We break from the real life, and it can be hard to reconnect it. I think that's so bad. That could be bad for people's life, people's health. We should decrease the time we spend it on social media. I don't know what to do, what to say more. I think that's all from it.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. No problem. We're just talking. It's not important, not an academic thing. We're just chatting. Thank you, Mohammed. So, lastly, Aisha.
You see that social media has a very bad side, so I want to give you some advice about heavy social media use. I want to start with the first. If you use social media at a level that will cause negative effects, you can set time periods for yourself when you do not use social media at certain times of the day, or some days of the week. I continue with the second. You can determine the place where you do not use social media for yourself. For example, you can focus on the moment you are in and the people next to you by determining places such as the dining table or bedroom at house. Then you can prevent the time you spend unconsciously by taking advantage of the time limit option available in some social media application. And finally, you can stop following or reduce social media accounts where you cannot get useful and accurate information, and you feel inadequate by comparing it with yourself. That's enough. I hope this works for all of you and help us get rid of this negative effect. Thank you for listening, ma'am.
Thanks, Aisha. So that's it, I guess. Özlem hocam, right? Teacher. Okay, so it was great to meet all of you guys. So how can I say? I really want to know you for a long time. They were mentioning about you guys, like Ankara Social Sciences. So that was such a lovely time for me, and your answers were great. So thanks all of you guys. Thanks Özlem teacher and other teacher of mine, and my headmaster Meryem for the opportunity. and of course other teachers from Ankara. So thank you.